All right, I think I got him to stand up now. All right. And dang it! Hey guys, I'm Rich. Welcome to another Halo Reach action figure review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the brand new Series 5 Skirmisher Murmillo. Now this is a very cool figure. If you happen to have purchased the Skirmisher back in Series 3, or if you don't know anything about it, I'll try to go over that real quick. But as far as the Skirmisher being different than this previous version of Skirmisher that we had, it's pretty much the exact same figure. It's got a different paint job and a couple other differences, but I'll go over those real quick. Now, the biggest difference, obviously, is the mask, which is removable. That's super cool. And actually, if you look here on the front of the head, you can see that there's this black zone here, and that's where the feathers used to be on the other Skirmishers. Now, the mask goes right up on there, and it just sticks very nicely. Don't worry about it falling off or anything like that, which is cool. He also comes with these energy shields here on his arms, and these are easily removed. Actually, you have to assemble the figure technically when you first open it. The shields themselves are pretty bendable, pretty pliable, so you don't have to worry about them snapping really quick. I'm glad that McFarlane's kind of started switching over to that more pliable plastic for parts that will obviously get more use, more touching, I guess. And then the other difference, obviously, is a little bit of a difference in the armor, but it's pretty much the same. He comes with a plasma pistol, very cool, and he also comes with a plasma grenade. Now, the plasma grenade has nowhere to stick to the body, nowhere to stick onto the body itself. So you just got an extra plasma grenade you can use on one of your Spartans or Elites or something like that. Paint job on this figure, I would say that it is probably comparable to how Series 3 and Series 4 have been. Very good paint jobs. Mine's pretty good. It has that battle-worn look, and I was looking at my Skirmisher yesterday, and the Skirmisher looked very clean, very new, compared to the Murmillo, who looks very battle-worn. You know, he's seen some action out in the field, and I think that might actually be better for the Murmillo, because the Murmillos, as I understand it, are more of the experienced soldiers, so they're not, you know, fresh batch of recruits or whatever. You know, they're a little bit more experienced. So it kind of makes sense that his armor might look a little dirtier than, say, a regular Skirmisher Minor. Other than that, the articulation of the figure is still good. Take off these shields here so I can show you. Articulation in the head, he can look up and down. His head can rotate 360 degrees. The mouth itself cannot close. That is one downer for me personally. Besides that, arms can reach pretty high up. Nice articulation. They can rotate 360. You can bend just above the elbow, at the elbow, and at the wrist. The wrist can go up and down and can also rotate. There is a little bit of waist articulation. He can lean back pretty far, but as far as leaning forward, not really. Besides that, you also have the hip articulation, so you can kick his legs out to about there, can rotate them 360. It rotates at about halfway of the thigh, right about here. It can also bend at the first knee, but not at the second knee. As a bird, it would have, technically, it has two knee joints, and without the second knee joint, I think it kind of lacks the amount of posability that you can get them into different poses and stuff, whether for stop motions or dioramas or just displaying them in your room. So that's kind of a downer, but it's not too big of a deal. And then you also have it right at the feet. There is no toe articulation. Now, one downside for me is the fact that it has a little bit of a difficulty standing. Some people can get these things in some pretty crazy poses, and obviously anybody can if they spend the time doing it, but you know, it's kind of one of those things, it's like, I don't want to spend a ton of time trying to pose something. So the feet are pretty flat, not like the Elites who have very rounded feet. So as long as you can get them into pose, they can stand pretty well. So that is a plus if you can, you know, like that. I just got it to stand up, no big deal. But as far as different types of poses, it's going to take a little bit of finagling. But anyway, the other downside for this for me is the mouth. Like I spoke a little bit earlier about that. I'm not exactly sure why they have the mouth wide open, but I wonder if there's a reason for that.
So, what's the matter with him?
I heard he saw something terrible.
Well, do you know what it was?
Do you really want to know?
I want to know!
Are you sure you want to know? This is some heavy stuff.
Come on, man, tell me!
Alright, look. I don't know if I should tell you this or not, but I heard he saw something so awful, so diabolical, so sick and twisted, that he can no longer change the expression on his face.
So what was it?
He saw.
Yo, big fat ugly mama naked! I'm gonna bust your face in!
Some things can never be unseen. This is a life lesson to all of you looky-loos out there. Watch what you're looking at.
Mama, even if she is big, fat, and ugly.
Also remember to never make fun of your friends who may have a big fat nigga mama. Brought to you by Brush Your Teeth. Ding!
Alright, so if that's the reason why this skirmisher's mouth is wide open, I can understand and I have sympathy for him. But other than that, that's pretty much it. It's got pretty decent articulation. I'd say it's up there as being, top-level McFarlane articulation. Like I said, maybe like a little bit more of articulation in the knees, the second knees, bottom knees. But maybe they didn't put that there because it would cause problems for the figure to be able to stand. I don't know. But either way, paint job's great. It's a great new sculpt out there. Pick this up if you can find it. I've also included a link in the description if you don't have these sold in your area, or if you live in a country or maybe say another area of the US even where you don't get new figures in frequently in your stores. You can go to entertainmentearth.com. They've got very competitive prices, and which is great, especially for collectors, who want to buy more than just one figure a series. Anyway, check them out. If you're interested, you can buy it, and they'll mail it right to your house, which is awesome. Anyway, 5 out of 5. Nah, I'm going to give him 4.5 out of 5. I'd give him that 5, but he still has that little bit of difficulty standing. But it's still very high rating, so it's very high. So don't think, oh, he's giving it a 4.5 instead of a 5. If it was 5, he'd love it, and he'd say everybody would buy it. I'm still recommending you to pick it up, especially if you like Covenant, campaign Covenant characters. Get this guy. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching, commenting, subscribing. Let me know in the comment section what you think about it. I'm pretty excited about it, and I might try to pick up another one or something for my collection. Kind of just have a couple. Anyway, guys, talk to you all later. Thank you very much, and talk to you guys again. See ya! Long birdie, I'm gonna go feed you some corn.